Beachcombers, take note. The Forestry Bureau has eased regulations regarding the collection of driftwood. In the past, pieces of wood stranded on the beach after a typhoon could only be collected after the government gave permission.
In the future, relevant agencies will release lists of areas where driftwood collection is allowed. Artists say the new relaxed rules are a change for the better.
After every typhoon, Taiwan's coast is left littered with driftwood washed down from the mountains. It's great firewood and, for many, it's excellent material for creating artworks. Until recently, driftwood was considered property of the state, meaning that nobody was allowed to take it off the beach until the government gave the go-ahead. That has now changed, thanks to an easing of regulations by the Forestry Bureau.
Before, it was forbidden save for several exceptions. Now it's allowed, save for several exceptions. Picking up wood from state-owned forests is still not allowed. It's only allowed on the coast and at the mouths of rivers, at places announced by the local governments.
Taking into account the needs of locals, the Forestry Bureau has significantly loosened regulations on driftwood. The relevant agencies will draw up a list of areas on the coast and along river estuaries where collecting driftwood is allowed. Certain pieces of wood will be marked, indicating that they can be legally taken away. Members of the public will be able to collect any of those pieces they want until the next typhoon is announced. But there are some limitations. The wood must not have a diameter above 20 centimeters, a length of more than 2 meters, or a weight of more than 50 kilograms. Cutting or breaking it up into pieces before taking it away is also not allowed.
You can pick up the driftwood and take it away. You can work with it and make it into a creation, a work of art or a cultural artefact. But if you want to sell it, we hope that you can make a record of it with the relevant government officers first. Easing the regulations is helpful, of course. Originally, you weren't allowed to use heavy machinery to collect the wood. The machines could hurt the corals and the plants. That approach is very harmful to the sea. I think it's okay if it's just people moving them.
The clear skies and blue sea contrast with a gigantic driftwood installation. The sculptor carved each piece by hand, turning the wood into a beautiful artwork. Artists say the loosening of regulations can make it easier for them to create. The Forestry Bureau says that when using driftwood for artistic purposes, it is still best to register first with the government.